All right, welcome everyone to the Pop Culture Perspective. I'm Bailey.
I'm Luke.
And we're going to have some fun.
So we just watched What If, episode 1. We've seen it before, but this is the second time rewatching it.
Just a rewatch for funsies.
For funsies. Captain Carter.
Yep.
What do you think?
All right, well, as the whole What If series goes, it's not the strongest episode.
No, but it's not the worst.
No, it's not bad. And I do like, as a character, Captain Carter, lots of fun. You know,
Yeah.
She gets introduced there. She's a good addition in Multiverse of Madness. Captain Carter as a character.
Is she good in Multiverse of Madness?
Absolutely. Okay, I will not argue with you that she does not get... She gets wasted.
Yeah.
Most definitely she gets wasted.
I think all of them do.
Yeah. 'Cause, like, they just all get... They look so weak.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's meant to be a Captain Marvel, a Captain Carter, Professor...
Xavier. The magic dude, Mordo.
The Black Bolt.
Black Bolt, yep.
And yeah, they just get made to look like they're all nothing.
Yeah. They get wasted quickly.
Yeah. But just as a character, and also just as a concept, like as a
new, like...
It's like Captain America.
Yeah.
But as Peggy. It's great.
I think I like the Brit version.
Yeah. I definitely like the costume more and the shield more.
Yeah, especially
the Union Jack looks better than like the flags and the stars.
It looks much better the first time around. When you first see Captain America, I hate his outfit. The first one.
It takes until like Infinity War for him to even get like a good outfit.
It takes him to Winter Soldier. Because Winter Soldier
that's
is when
not a
he
bad
gets
one.
like
the darker one.
Yeah, and then from that onwards, it's like same. It's the same one, but they like change it slightly every single time.
He looks respectable from then onwards.
But with Captain Carter, she looks good.
She looks good from the jump.
From the jump.
Like, they don't need to modify that outfit at all because it looks perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because surely they learned from their mistakes with Captain America, and they're like, all right, we've got another chance at this. Let's make it a good suit the first time around.
Yeah. What do you think about the height, like everything else, like all the other side characters and all that sort of stuff?
Bucky, it really stood out to me when watching it.
Really?
He feels so like irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, again, because each episode they're only like half an hour long.
Yeah, I get that they don't have the same time to make him like.
But I mean, even the first Avenger Bucky was still useless.
Yeah. Whereas like now, it's like, or like in What If, he's like, his only purpose is to make jokes, and they're like bad jokes. Like when the squid was there, and he was like, "Oh, who ordered the calamari?"
Yeah,
that's not funny.
It's got the Marvel humor.
Yeah,
I think that's what you could say. It's got.
But Hydra Stomper, Steve, I like that they did that. I like that they didn't just because with the concept of the episode, I definitely could have seen them just making Steve go to waste, just being like, oh, he's just like a skinny little kid still.
Yeah, I see that.
But because Captain Carter was so good that she got the Tesseract, it makes sense. And because it's Howard Stark, he builds an Iron Man suit like his son would. Yeah, but it's 70 years earlier.
It makes sense though that Carter is better than Steve, because technically she does have more experience than what Cap does, especially at the start, because Cap is from Brooklyn and he does fucking nothing basically. He's good with the shield. Like, you never see him train, but like Captain Carter, I believe that she will always be good with the shield because like she's already got like fighting experience.
Like, all Steve Rogers ever had was like the heart. He never had any like experience, and he was so like small and weak and like nothing before the serum.
You can't tell me he had gun training. Motherfucker couldn't even hold a gun.
I know. Like, he'd struggle with a pistol.
Yeah,
he'd probably drop it.
So, though Captain Carter doing leaps like at the end.
It was a bit like, there was some things they did in that episode that were a bit like ridiculous.
I like the because it's like the scene before that is like, no wonder why they took out the Hydra Stomper, because you need that to get in there. And then she just fucking
it was like they didn't need it.
Just sends it.
They could only get away with doing that because it's animated though.
Yeah,
like if they did that in any of the like live action versions.
Do you think if it was longer, like say it was like an hour long, do you think they actually have a proper plan to do it, or do you reckon they would just always do the leap?
I feel like it's just like a thing, like with anything that's animated, it's a lot easier and a lot more likely that they're going to exaggerate what someone can do.
It makes it more enjoyable.
They don't have to make it as believable because it's not live action.
Can you imagine doing that shit in live action?
I know. Like, it'd just look like terrible CG no matter what.
Terrible CG.
It's so unbelievable.
It's still funny though, just fucking... After it's like, you need the Hydra Storm again, and then she just one jumps it, just fucking...
Or like when she jumps on the Hydra Stomper's back and goes up into the sky and she's just like jumping from plane to plane while like they're flying like 500 kilometers an hour.
It's funny
and she's just jumping between them and gaining elevation somehow.
It's funny though because it's like whenever they do it animated, like every punch, like when she punches them, they're always like spitting. Like normally that it would be blood, but they always like it's just spit. It's just like, nah, they're dead.
Like,
half of these guys, they're dead.
It's not gory, but like it's gruesome. Like she murders a lot of people.
She murders them. Like if you were to show a kid that, like they would have fun with that. But if you think about it, they're dead. Especially like the big guy who takes his helmet off. He's like, the military must be blah 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 desperate. And then she's like, oh, desperate. Breaks his leg and then like punches him in the gut and then just body slams him.
She like punches him in the back of the head and with enough force that his face like smashes the concrete.
Even the
like
concrete,
that's dead. I don't care what anyone says.
Fucking cracks too.
You can't convince me that he was not murdered.
He fucking dead, yo. Or like even when she jumped through the plane, she like hit the guy like out of the plane, so he's already dead. And then the guy next to it, she like body slams him against the side of the metal plane. Just fucking boom, boom, boom. It's just like, his skull is like shattered in a million pieces.
Like it's things like that why I'm so excited for season 2 of What If.
So I don't get this. Why do people not like What If?
I don't get it. Like,
everyone hates it.
I can understand not being super excited for it because it's animated. But if you actually, once you've actually given it a chance, I don't know how you can watch it and not enjoy it.
No, I feel like saying that it's animated is such a bullshit excuse because it's like there is so much other good stuff that is animated.
Because I know I was so skeptical when it came out because I was like, it's a cool concept, but it's animated. So I in my mind, I didn't think it'd be done well. But then when I actually watched it, I was like, well, shit, I was wrong.
So I didn't mind like when they said, oh, it's going to be animated. I was just whatever. I don't care if it's live action or animated, but that's only because like when you watch, like I've watched a lot of like at the moment watching Spectacular for Spider-Man. The animation is great. I watched Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero, which is you need to fucking watch. It does the fucking MCU fucking dirty because that shit was so good. It's like literally 2 seasons. They were gonna go for a 3rd, but then it got fucking cancelled. So in season 2, there's one episode that gets like Cersei involved, and then you never see it again because that was going to be for season 3.
Right.
They do the Skrull invasion. They do the Kree invasion. They do Galactus. They do Ultron.
Yeah.
They do like all these characters that like you would see Marvel doing now. They do it perfectly. Ultron, he's not this guy like he's just like he's like Tony Stark basically.
Yeah.
Ultron is literally just like he's like I compute I'm going to just murder everyone because humans are the reason why. Like he's just a killing machine.
Yeah, like what he is meant to be.
Yeah. Loki, they do Loki in that. Loki is like Loki the same like in all of them. He's just more evil. He's schemed more.
Yeah.
I think like when he first, like, there's a literally episode of Thor fighting Loki, and then Loki goes to jail, and then later on in like another episode, you find out Loki was planning all this thing, so Thor never goes back to Asgard, so he takes over Asgard, and then the Skrulls is probably the best part because they don't do the Skrulls well in the MCU.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. In this, after like the Loki arc. Cap goes back to the mansion. Boom. He gets kidnapped by the Skrull, and now the Skrull is Captain America.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire of season 2, they were like, he's a Skrull. Everyone else doesn't. But then he does these things that like hint that like Captain America wouldn't do that. Like there's when they do like the Kree, like the Kree comes to Earth, and then Iron Man's like, maybe we should negotiate because like we don't know what this like other alien invasion is gonna do.
Yeah.
And then Captain America just goes, Avengers attack. And then they just start fighting, and it's like, that's so out of... That's something that Iron Man would do. Iron Man would just be like, fuck it, they're aliens, just fight.
But you wouldn't expect it from Captain America, which is like how they're dropping the hints.
Which is like... And they drop hints, and then you see, like, Nick Fury, he's trying to figure out who's... He's got a massive, like, board, and it's got, like, Wolverine, it's got all these characters, and he's, like, trying to figure out, like, who it is. And there is more than just Captain America as a Skrull. There's, like, other Skrulls, but you just don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Until, like, pretty much the end of the arc. They also do Kang so good. He doesn't get fucking destroyed by ants.
I'm giving the MCU Kang a chance because he's not finished. His arc is not finished yet. He's gonna be in more.
I don't care.
I think they will. I'm hoping they'll be able to redeem him. But I think that's why I couldn't watch that show, because I'm already so disappointed in most of what the MCU makes.
You gotta watch it, man.
And if I watch that, so I actually had something to compare it to, I'd be even more disappointed.
Dude, they do Kang. There's like literally, there's a whole episode. He's like introduction to like the Avengers. He's fighting Captain America and Iron Man, and like then the Avengers rock up, and then he goes to like the future, like the Earth is all destroyed and stuff. There's a whole like 10-minute fight scene with him mopping the floor with all of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And then you watch live action,
Ant-Man,
and then
he like gets killed by ants pretty much.
Yeah. It's sad. But that's why like with What If, like I didn't care if it was animated.
Yeah. I think like people's interest levels on What If would be based on like their own interests and what they've watched before.
Yeah.
Because like that's probably why I wasn't super excited for it, is because I've like there's no like Marvel things that I've watched that have been animated before that.
Yeah.
But once you've actually watched it, I don't know how anyone would say it's not good.
People still say it's not good.
Like it's such an incredible concept, because it's all these well-known like characters and stories that you're super familiar with over like 10 years of the live action MCU.
Yeah.
And then they just like, but what if we did this? What if, like, it's literally in the name. It's like, what if we did this? What if we did that? What if someone else died?
What if Avengers died? What if... The only what if one that was bad is Party Thor, because it feels so... Like, even if that was the first one, like, it doesn't help that there was already, like, 4... I think there was, like, 4 of them or something that were already better than that beforehand.
Yeah, like, it was following so many good episodes, and then it just felt really weak.
But even as a what if concept, like, it's like, huh?
Yeah, it felt very aimless.
Yeah, because...
Like, the only part of it that was important was at the end, where they had the Infinity Ultron come into it. But other than that, it was just like... It didn't feel like... It was a fun episode, but it wasn't that good.
It didn't feel like a what if episode,
yeah.
Because before that, it's like, what if Killmonger saved Iron Man? And like, what if Captain Carter? What if all this? Like, what if the Avengers never formed?
Like, it was big changes that actually had impacts and stakes in the story.
Then this is... What was... I don't even know what the episode called. What if Thor was a party god? Like,
yeah.
Or like, no, it was what if Loki wasn't like his brother, I think. And then he's like, he would be like a party man. Nah, that's a boring what if. You could have done... You can still do what if Loki wasn't Thor's brother, and you can still have a super arrogant Thor fighting Loki as a frost giant.
Yeah. In saying that, one very good thing that came from that episode was seeing Loki as a frost giant. It was so cool.
You know, like
two of my favorite Funkos over there is the Party Thor and the Frost Giant Loki, because they're so cool.
Of the fucking Frost Giant Loki Funko. If it was never a Funko, you would hate the episode.
It doesn't matter. I don't care what makes me like it. If I like it, I'm happy.
What if Zombies was...
This is the best episode.
Probably one of the best. Not What If Zombie. I think there's a better one than that, and that is the Ultron one. What if...
I think Zombies is better.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I think seeing Ultron having, like, that whole just part of him, like, what if the Avengers, like, lost to Ultron? And then him getting, like, the Infinity Stones literally wipes out the universe.
Yeah.
And then, like, because the universe is so quiet and shit, he can, like, actually see the Watcher and stuff. And then he figures out how to, like, get to that dimension.
Yeah, and he starts destroying, like, whole universes and stuff.
I think that's dope.
Yeah. That's what's so good about What If, is like, with most Marvel shows, especially now, you'll be lucky to get like 1 or 2 episodes that you could say like, oh, they were good. With What If, like, just about every episode is like an acceptable answer if you said it was your favourite one, because they're all so strong, except for like the Party Thor one.
Yeah. And even like, but I can also see like why people maybe not like certain what ifs because they just maybe not like the concept of a what if episode. Like, I don't like what if Loki wasn't Thor's brother because I think that's just so random. But someone else can go, yeah, but I like that what if episode because, you know, what if, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, all of them are just like, who know episodes. Like, who, like, everyone may like, a lot of people don't like Captain Carter one as the first one, but a lot of people like it because it's like, no, yeah, like, that is true. Like, what if Carter was in there instead? Like, would he be a better, like, I think if there was like a Captain America versus Peggy Carter, Captain Carter would win for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And I'll fight anyone that says that.
And like because there's so many, like there's 9 or 10 what if episodes, and each one of the episodes is like a totally different concept. Yeah. It's like, even if you're not going to like every episode, there's going to be at least one episode that everyone would enjoy.
Season 2. Guaranteed. Season 2 will be good.
I'm so excited for it. I really want them to do the what if like the other half got snapped.
Yeah.
In like from Infinity War, and then have like Endgame, but with the other half of the Avengers being alive, and see
would you like that,
how they figure out.
Would you like that to be multiple episodes, or would you just want it to one?
Because with the I'd be happy with either.
Because with the Ultron one, they did like his origins, and then they did Guardians of the Multiverse or whatever.
As long as it didn't feel rushed, like I wouldn't mind it if it was just one episode. But like if they want to drag it out over an arc, that'd be fun too. Because then, like, they maybe they wouldn't do time travel, or they'd figure out a different way to time travel, or they could do like different places that they traveled to. Yeah, like obviously that was like a fun part of Endgame, was seeing where they traveled to and got the stones back. But if they did like different characters went to different places at different times, that'd be so fun to see as well.
Yeah, because Ant-Man would be still Ant-Man and like all that gang would still be around, so there would be enough Pym particles to go around because Hank Pym would be still alive. Yeah, and so they could just go to anywhere they want, and there won't be like the limit of like because like they were running low on Pym particles. Yeah,
they had to like find like New York had like 3.
I feel that
Infinity Stones at the same time.
That's so weird because like Ant-Man's suit, he could still shrink and still grow.
I refuse to believe that like
they were running low.
Like either there's no way Ant-Man had no idea. Like I get that he's like plays as a dumb character, but he's been around that stuff enough to have some sort of understanding of it. And even then,
make it
like Hank Pym, he was like a scientist for like his whole life. There's no way he doesn't have like
notes,
ridiculously detailed notes on like, how to make them, where to store them, like everything.
I guess like you said, Ant-Man's he's not the smartest guy, so like he probably
I get that wouldn't be a super interesting story if they were like, oh yeah, we just found Hank's old notes.
But
from a logic point of view, it makes sense.
From a logic point of view, why does Hank Pym only make like 20 of them? Like I thought,
why does he have like a few at a time?
Yeah, and it's like, wouldn't he just have like a fuck ton? Because like he has to put it into the disc things.
Yeah.
So
like, what if you're running out of them after every time you're sending like Ant-Man out? Like that'd be a hassle.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he would
make them in bulk.
Yeah,
mass production.
You can't tell me he doesn't have a vault just
exactly.
It's probably in like an ant's like nest or something like that. It's just like
he probably just shrunk them down and put it in like an ant's nest, and they didn't even look.
Doctor Strange's what if one is
so good.
I like that one a lot too.
It's so good, and then it's sort of the only episode that's been touched upon in live action as well, in Multiverse of Madness, because they have they've got like Sinister Strange in it, and they've got like the sort of plot line of being every Doctor Strange is in love with Christine, but it never works out in every universe. Yeah,
but I would love to see that what if version in live action.
Yeah, because I want to see all of them in live action.
Yeah,
like the zombies one.
I think the zombies one would be so good in live action.
Like seeing all the actors with like the zombie makeup and prosthetics and stuff. That'd be so good.
They won't get prosthetics. They would just CGI it on, and
they're lazy,
and then it'll look bad.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
But no, they're like, well, because they are making a zombie TV show.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No,
because they showed like concept art. There was like a zombie abomination. There was a zombie. I think it was Black Widow. I'm not sure, but there was like they had a bunch of them, and who's Black Widow's sister?
Yelena.
Yeah, she wasn't a zombie, so but she had like a survival look on her.
Right.
There was like it was like probably like 2 years ago or something, like when they released in PAX or whatever. Not in Australia or wherever the hell. Of course not. Of course not, because they hate us here.
We get nothing.
But yeah, there is a zombie, like Marvel Zombies.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Like show, like dedicated. I wonder if it's going to be the same part of What If, or it's going to be separate to What If.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better if it's separate to What If. Just because, like, it'll be more fun.
Yeah, like What If episode's already been done now.
Yeah.
So there's no point trying to like connect them.
I'm still amazed it took them this long to make a zombie What If.
I know.
I feel like a lot.
I'm so amazed it took them so long to make What If as a show.
Yeah.
Like they were like it was like what 2020, so it was like 12 years into the MCU before they were like, you know, let's do something different.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it. It is so fun.
And like there's so many possibilities. Like they could make like 10 seasons of What If, and none of them would be bad.
They can make endless, honestly.
Because yeah, like
everything changes.
There's so many Marvel projects now that have come out.
Yeah.
Like you could literally do a What If about any of them, like any part of them.
What if She-Hulk wasn't made? That would be the fun one.
I would like a real life one of those. Like not like live action. I want like that in the real world. If She-Hulk was never made, and I want to live in that universe.
There are still some people that like She-Hulk. I would never understand.
Well, I think we can agree that they're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't care what arguments they have, they're just wrong.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're...
Kevin. I hate that part. Last episode. That'll be another... That's another episode.
It was like someone like made a joke. They were like, oh, could you imagine if like we had a like breakthrough Disney Plus?
What if yeah. Disney Plus was actually real and like the...
like the writers didn't realize it was a joke and they're like, all right, let's write it.
They're not entertaining.
Media on the planet.
People that say it's good, they just don't know what cinema is.
They shouldn't be allowed to watch Marvel anymore if they think
they're the people that... Good. No, I guarantee you, those are the same people that say What If is bad.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, those are the same people that say What If bad. When people say What If is bad, why?
Yeah. What about it is bad?
Like, oh, I don't like that it's separate story. What?
That's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
Be better. Get a better argument if you're gonna stand by this.
I can understand. Like maybe Party Thor wasn't fun. Like maybe some of the What If.
Yeah, if they said they don't like a certain episodes of it, fair enough.
That's fair.
That's up to your taste. But if you're saying that you do not like a single episode in What If, and you don't like the concept of the show, then like you're just not fun.
What would you rate?
You're not fun.
What would you rate What If
as a whole? Like the whole show. Oh, at least like 8, 9.
Yeah, I think 8. Lowest I'll do 7.5.
If you took out in my opinion, if you took out the Party Thor episode and the Captain Carter episode, it's a 10.
It's a 10
because they're the only 2 episodes that really I can.
Do you like all the other ones?
Stand out to me as not being that good. Every other episode is like the perfect show.
At first, like when I was watching What If Killmonger saved Tony Stark.
Yeah,
I was like. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know if this episode's going to be that good.
Yeah.
Like, especially at the start when he does save Tony Stark, I'm just like,
yeah. And like, even just the title doesn't seem that interesting, or it doesn't sound that interesting.
But then once he gets to the part where he's like, they start talking about making suits.
Yeah.
And then it's that whole part onwards, it's like, damn, this is good.
Yeah. And then like when they like go to Wakanda and stuff, and it shows how many possibilities there are about things they can change. Like when you read the episode, you're immediately just thinking of like a friendship or something between like Killmonger and Tony Stark.
They still had a good friendship.
And maybe Killmonger replaces Rhodey. Like that's all that you would think of. But
that's what
the way that they actually do it, where they like bring Wakanda into it and like they have him betray him because it's true to his character.
But I like how
all that stuff.
He betrays Tony Stark and stuff. He goes to Wakanda. He's like, these people are coming after you, and then he like double crosses like Wakanda too. To become the new king.
Yeah.
Because he's like the drones come into like the force field and they turn off and then all of a sudden they turn back on. And then he's fighting the drones with Wakanda and they're like, oh, he's on our team. And like that is awesome because I feel like that's something Killmonger would do.
Yeah.
He is smart enough to come up with a plan like that.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think I like Killmonger in What If than I do in the first Black Panther movie.
It's a big call.
It's a big call.
That's a big call.
But I think like he is very strong in Black Panther, but I also like my villains being smart and not just being strong.
Yeah.
Where Killmonger in the movie, he is more strong than smart because but he's got a big image, like a big vision on what he wants, which is like why he's also a great villain, like top 5 villains, because he's got a strong motive and all that stuff. But in What If, he's a schemer. He's more like Loki.
Yeah, he's showing more of his like brains.
He's better as like a Loki because he tricks Stark. He also tricks all of Wakanda. He tricks 2 different type of people.
Yeah,
just so he can become king.
Yeah,
like that's like
it's genius.
It's genius. Like who would have thought that you can just do that?
And that's another good thing about What If is they can actually put some focus on like the villains of the MCU because. Not always, obviously, but there are definitely times where the villain is like the more interesting character in a movie.
Yellow Jacket,
but because you know they're the villains, they're not going to get the most screen time or attention, and unless it's like a big villain like a Thanos or a Loki or
I still think that's a bad like them focus, like there should be still some amount of focus on the villains too.
Yeah,
I think it's a poor excuse saying, "Oh, but it's a superhero movie. It's just about them." Yeah, but then that's why a lot of Marvel villains are so boring.
Yeah,
and then like for me that always drags. Like if I was rating Marvel movies, I always take off some points because the villain is like is also a main feature of a superhero, because you need a superhero and you need a super villain.
You need a conflict in the movie.
Exactly, and if you focus on the superhero, it's great. But then if you leave the villain behind, you shouldn't get like a movie shouldn't get like a 10 out of 10 if the villain is real bad. Doctor Strange, the first one, I really like it. I would give it like a 7.5 and 8 sort of thing. It would get much higher if the villain was good.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
Yeah.
It's the same
thing.
Like
with Infinity War, Thanos has the most screen time of any character. And that's why number 1, he's such a good villain, and number 2, why it's such a good movie.
Exactly.
Because if they've recognized that Thanos is the character that people are more interested in, and that he is more interesting, and so they put more focus on him.
Killmonger's the same thing. Yeah, he's in it a lot.
Yeah,
surprisingly, and he kills it.
Yeah, like if you have a good villain, use them.
Namor,
because
he's in it a lot too,
and especially because most villains don't get more than one movie. Like if you've got a hero, you can show them throughout like 3 or 4 different movies, probably more than that.
Except for Captain America, he says the same.
Well, yeah.
He's not a good character.
No.
I'll fight anyone that says he's a good character.
But with a villain, you've only usually got one chance, like one movie to showcase them. And so do it.
That's the thing though. I hate that so much because it's like, you can explore so many of the villains and make them so much better if they just live.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to make villains live. I think that's what Marvel doesn't understand. They kill off every single villain. Granted, some villains should be killed off because they may not be interesting. Imagine if Killmonger was still alive.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why Wakanda Forever was so like such a breath of fresh air, because they didn't kill them all.
I know.
Like he got to actually live, and they solved their conflict with. I mean, there was fighting still, but like they solved their conflict ultimately with words, and so no one had to die, and he can still be in it again, which is great because he's such a good character.
He's great.
He's excellent.
What if Namor becomes the king of Wakanda?
Season 2.
Season 2. I'm just saying.
Marvel, hire us. We're filled to the brim with ideas.
There are so many what ifs that'd be so good.
Oh, yeah.
What if Loki was worthy?
Yeah. You could literally go through like every Marvel film and pick out like 2 or 3 what if episodes from each film. And they'd all be like good concept and interesting episodes. It's so versatile.
What if Black Widow was actually a good movie?
Well, that's never gonna happen.
That would never happen. But like, what if the Eternals helped the Avengers?
That'd be a good one.
I reckon a lot of people will like the Eternals.
Yeah, especially like if they helped them in Infinity War before Thanos had already snapped everyone. Like maybe no one got snapped.
I reckon it would be better if some of the Eternals actually become Avengers. Like they join the team, and then later on, like say like Loki, comes over to New York, some of the other side of the Eternals go to Loki's side. Maybe Loki like tricks him, goes like, I know what your true goal is.
Yeah.
And like, this is not it. Like, you need to help me. And then they go, you know what? We have to intervene. These Eternals did it. We should do it too. And then it's now the Battle of New York will be Avengers with a couple of Eternals versus Loki, his army, and a couple of Eternals.
Yeah, like that's the thing. They wouldn't have to just restrict it to against Thanos. They could have them help out against Loki. They could have them help out against Ultron. They could have them They could have them fight in Civil War. Have them fight each other.
Guardians.
Have them pick sides. That'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
Like if they're actually integrated as a part of the Avengers from the start, or like from the first Avengers film, like they could be in so many situations.
You can still have Icarus as the villain.
Yeah.
So he can go into Loki's side. What's it called? Is it Ajax? Ajax was the chick that could heal the Eternals. You can even put her on Loki's side.
Yeah.
Because technically she
goes psychotic and tries to kill them, so it's believable.
There's the chick that can run fast. She'll be in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Same with the mind control guy. He'll be in the Avengers.
Sprite would probably go to the Loki side
because
she was so like just agitated with having to be stuck as a child.
Yeah, so she'll go to
just kill them.
Yeah, she'll go in the Loki side. You know, the chick that can like when she touches stuff that changes the material.
The main
was it Cersei?
Yeah.
You can even put her on Loki's side.
Yeah,
because you can still have it.
Or you could have a switch because of Icarus.
Yeah, but
start on one side and then go to another one.
Yeah, she can start off as an Avenger and then Icarus
convinces her to go
to the Loki side. That would be a fun thing. You can put her on either side because, like, you can also say that maybe their marriage thing did last a million years or whatever. Yeah. So she would still be in love with Icarus. The big dude with the like power fist thing.
Yeah.
Put him on the Avenger side probably. Athena, she's like the war chick. She can go. Where would you put her?
I could see her on either side. I really could.
Because like she uses Ajax, which is the healing chick. Like the healing chick heals her like brain melding whatever mental thing.
Yeah.
So like, but like that would be cool because if you put her on the Avengers side, mid fight she could just have that mental breakdown thing and then attack the Avengers.
Switch sides. Just go mental.
What if Eternal stepped in? There's your episode right there.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Like, yeah, and Marvel.
They won't do it though.
Do season 2. So we can see what ideas you
know what they should,
and then we can give you more ideas.
This is what they should do. They should have like a community poll.
Yeah.
And have like people would make ideas, send it to Marvel. Marvel will pick up, say, 5 ideas that they like.
Yeah.
And then they get the community to vote.
Yeah.
What one do they want to see? What if Loki was whatever? What if Eternals? What if, all that sort of stuff. Imagine how fun that would be.
Yeah.
And then they're actually talking to their massive community, which they don't do anymore.
Yeah, like a lot of people give Marvel a lot of hate because they're not in touch with what the fans want. And they don't give the fans what they want.
This is the best opportunity.
That's a perfect way for them to do it. And because it's what if, it's not like they've got to pay for like millions of dollars of CGI and for the actors. They might get them in to do voice work, but otherwise they could get someone who sounds similar. And they're just paying for animation, which is so much cheaper than CGI.
Their concept
is you can actually listen to the fans' wants.
Their concepts would be done for them.
Yeah. They don't have to do any thinking.
They don't have to think about what if could we do? What if Iron Man was a villain? I don't know. That's already been done before. Ask the fucking community.
Yeah. Based on Marvel's recent form, the less they have to think about ideas, the better.
The better.
Because they have not been doing a very good job lately.
Yeah. They have not been doing a good job at all. And this was just, people will respect them more if they just communicate with it. Their community. Yeah. Their community is probably half of the humanity as it is.
Exactly. Like, it's such a popular thing. It's not like a tiny little niche group that like loves Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, Endgame was the number 1 highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
It's a huge fan base that you've got.
Yeah.
And they just ignore them.
I know.
Especially with something like What If, it's a perfect opportunity for them to not ignore their fans. It makes them look better, and it makes the fans happy. It's a win-win.
It's also the perfect opportunity to test it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then oh well, you tried it.
Then they've got a good excuse to not listen to their fans.
A good example is there was a comic book ages ago. It was a DC one. The writer put out a poll saying, should Robin, Batman's sidekick, live or die? And then people literally voted if that character should live and die.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, he got the poll. He didn't show anyone. So people just voted, would he live or would he die?
Yeah.
Comic book comes out, everyone reads it, he dies. And everyone was like, oh god, that's actually like, this is kind of fucked up. This is
what
like,
we wanted. This is what we voted for.
They're like, this is what we wanted, but this is also like, this is crazy. Like, I can imagine like if someone said that and like people would probably just pick whatever and they're like, oh, this won't happen.
Yeah.
And next thing they know, it happened.
And like, what a good way to like make your fans more involved in what you're watching or what they're watching. Like if they actually feel like they can have a say in what happens and can be involved in the process, like they would be so much more invested in what you make. And I know I keep shitting on Marvel, but like they could do with having some fan investment again.
Like it would just be it would just be fun. It would be good. And What If is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure, like I know if they put it out there, then we need someone to sift through all of the hard work of what if this, what if that, oh, would that be good, what that. You just pick. You just go on like the spinning wheel thing on like Google, click it. If it lands on something, boom, you just grab that idea, you chuck it in there. You just
listen to the podcast. Listen to our podcast. If you want ideas, we've got some.
But it's so like simple, and like they have no excuse not to do something like that.
Yeah,
because it's simple.
Like obviously, let's say with just for something that's recent, Quantumania, it's unrealistic that they could listen to what the fans wanted. Like, everything that the fans wanted.
But surely the fans didn't want it.
No, of course they didn't want that. But, like, it's like, there would be some fans that would just want Kang to, like, annihilate everyone in that movie in, like, a second. That would make for a good movie. So you couldn't listen to them do that. And they probably want, like, I don't know, they want cameos of, like, Kang killing other Avengers and stuff. That's expensive. Marvel can't afford to make that because it's live action. When it's What If, not an issue.
Firstly, screw you about what it's too expensive. They spent $250 million on bad TV shows.
Let me reword. Marvel can afford it, but Marvel are stingy and they will not pay for it.
That's true. They
like their money.
They like their money. But their money is going.
I
know. You can't tell me that phase 4, 5 have been good. None of them has made money. Sure, they made money over time, but that's not the point, though. The point is to make money, like, as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and continuously.
They have not.
Not, like, make one good movie that makes money and then make, like, 3 flops in a row. Like, that's not good business.
3 flops? You're being generous.
Yeah,
8 or 9, man. There's been a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones. And What If is not a bad one, and I am so happy that there is a season 2 coming out.
Yeah.
It did well enough, like, the fan base may not like it, but it did well enough to make a season 2. But I hope it wasn't because of the fans that there's a season 2. I hope Marvel sort of looked at it and gone, like, what if you can do it forever?
Yeah. And, like, Marvel's going to keep producing other things other than What If, which makes more possibilities for What If episodes in the future. Yeah. So What If can just go forever and ever, and there's no limits to it.
It
doesn't ever have to end.
They've got what, 32 movies and 6 TV shows, something like that.
And it's so much cheaper to keep making What If as opposed to like the movies that they make or even the shows they make.
It is a lot cheaper.
It's giving the fans something that they want to see, which
it's
important, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's a new concept.
Yeah, for Marvel it is.
But I mean, they were doing so well. It's Endgame. I think they just got sloppy and just they're like,
you watch your mouth about Endgame. You watch your mouth about Endgame.
Look, Endgame. It was good. It wasn't incredible.
It was.
It was incredible. It definitely wasn't even amazing. It was good.
You have lost your mind.
We will argue about this on another pod, but that's my opinion on it. But okay, from Endgame, after Endgame, it just dropped. Yeah, I think it's because
Phase 4 onwards.
I think
terrible.
They got too much success. Yeah, and then they thought
they got comfortable.
They
had so much like successful movies and just money flowing in, and all the fans in the world. They were like, we can just make whatever they want, and they'll keep paying to see it, and we'll keep making money and pumping out shit. But you actually need to keep writing good things for people to enjoy.
I think Phase 4, like halfway through Phase 4, I think that's when people sort of realized like something's not right here.
Yeah.
Phase 5 is probably definitely the biggest decline they've had.
Yeah, like the first few things in Phase 4 that weren't great, people were willing to give them a pass.
Yeah.
Because it was like, not everything's going to be excellent.
Yeah.
But when it started to be like a consistent theme of like just about everything they're making is bad, disappointing, and, losing the money.
I think Marvel was more focused on their TV shows, because that was when WandaVision was the first one.
Yeah.
And I think there was good positives. It's still, don't get me wrong, it's still a good TV show. It definitely falls off in the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't turn into that. It was interesting because it was black and white and it was a sitcom.
Yeah.
And then it just turns into...
Like, it felt so different from Marvel, but then the last few episodes felt like
the same.
Everything that Marvel makes.
It's like I saw this in Endgame. Like, what the hell is that?
Like, it's just a big fight again.
Yeah.
With just different characters.
Vision, where you off to? Anyway. What if Vision had a fucking show? That would be an incredible thing. White Vision has not been seen since...
Yeah, what if White Vision didn't disappear for 5 years?
That would be great. That would be awesome. I get they're making a show, but it's been so long now.
Like any interest that was
like how they have the let them cook. Like that's the thing. It's like, let it cook, mate. We're saying let it cook, not let it roast.
Yeah, it's burnt.
It's burnt. It's gone.
The house is on fire. Like it's not cooking anymore.
It's not cooking anymore. That should have been done like last year before. That should be done by now.
WandaVision was 2020. 2021?
2020.
2020.
I think it was 2020. Yeah. So it's been 3 years.
So they've had 3 years with no mention of him in anything else, even though they've had Scarlet Witch be in it again since then.
Yeah.
And so many movies and shows have been made since then.
Yeah.
Any interest there was is gone completely.
Yeah.
It's such a waste.
It is a waste. And I'm happy that they didn't waste What If.
Yeah.
That's like... What If is like... has the most potential.
Yeah.
Out of all the shows they're making, especially Echo, what if...
The less said about Echo, the better.
Echo got delayed too.
Cancelled?
No, delayed.
I heard cancelled. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
I think that's wishful thinking on my part.
You're gonna see it next year.
I'm not. I'm not going to see it next year.
We are watching it. If we're doing this pod, we are watching it.
You're going to have to tie me to this couch to watch Echo.
To this goddamn couch. We are watching Echo. But we are definitely watching What If Season 2.
Oh, definitely.
And I hope there's a Season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and especially 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
You can go forever.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
I hope so. The most...
I hope What If never dies. Even if Marvel dies, even if the MCU is dead and they stop making movies, just keep making What If.
Yeah.
Just a fun little cartoon.
Yeah. Half an hour long.
Yeah, it's lighthearted. It's enjoyable. It's fun.
It's
simple.
It is simple.
It's simple. Nothing in Marvel is simple anymore, but What If is simple, and that's why it's so good.
It would be... Season 2 would be great. The most surprising episode in the first season was what if the Avengers died?
Yeah.
I was shocked.
That was a ridiculous episode.
I think that's an underrated episode.
It is.
There are so many good episodes.
They're all underrated.
They're all underrated, yeah. The whole series itself is underrated. But I think that is like... That episode... I like that episode more than I like the last episode of the season. When they're like the Guardians of the Multiverse. They fight Ultron.
Okay. That's another big call from you.
It's a big call.
It's another big call.
But I didn't think Hank Pym would...
Oh, yeah, it was...
Like, that was a shock. Like...
It was an actual shock.
Like, because everyone was just dying, and you're like, this is, like, what...
It's weird.
Maybe someone with, like, a cloaking suit or something. I didn't think Hank Pym would do it.
Yeah.
And then Black Widow... Even Black Widow dies. Like, everyone dies.
Yeah. Like, it's not even in your thoughts as, like, characters that it could be, because you're expecting someone evil. You're expecting a villain.
I was expecting just, Thanos or something like that.
Yeah.
Thanos before he came to Earth, or like Loki or something. Yeah.
You wouldn't expect a hero. You wouldn't expect
when I saw Hawkeye kill Thor,
I
thought that was weird. I was like, what?
Yeah, like, what's going on? Is this, like, mind control or something?
Yeah,
like, what happened?
And then Hawkeye dies.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what? But he just, what? And then Hulk came in, and he exploded.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is he dying? How is, like, I thought maybe, like, because, I mean, Black Widow, like, got stabbed the thing into Tony, and it's, like, meant to help his heart, but then he just died instead.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, maybe a SHIELD agent did it, and, like, switched out the thing with poison or something like that, and then he died. But then, like, Hawkeye shoots Thor. I'm like, okay, that just goes out of the theory. I'm like, maybe Hawkeye or, like, mind control, and then Hawkeye dies straight after. Hulk, I'm like, you can't kill Hulk because he just pops like a balloon. and then Black Widow's, like, at the thing, and then she gets attacked, and it's like, okay, who? And then the like, Asgard comes down because, like, Thor died, and, like, I thought that was fun. Like, I didn't think you would see Loki and stuff, like, come down.
Yeah, like, you're not expecting. It's about the Avengers. You're not expecting that unless Loki was the person who was doing it.
Yeah, but no. And then when Nick goes to the grave, and then it's Hank. I'm like, in the yellow jacket suit. I'm like, what? That? I was like, no way. Like, that's crazy.
Like, that's one of Marvel's, like, best surprises, and, like, actual mysteries where, like, the fans didn't know what was happening either.
Yeah,
and
there's no hints.
They did it in an animated show of all things.
The thing is, it's like there's no hints to anything.
Yeah,
and, like, I think that I know a lot of people do, like, a mystery, like, if there's, like, hinted at things like that. But I think in this case it works so much better.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were, like, holding your hand, guiding you through the whole story. It was like, no, we actually don't want you to figure it out.
Yeah, we don't want you at all. Like, you can guess. I think that's the thing. It was a guessing game, and they're just like, you can guess.
You can guess, because you're never going to guess Hank Pym.
You're never going to guess Hank, and then there he is. It's like, oh, Hope one was a SHIELD agent, because that would make sense when Black Widow, when she's getting taken away, it's like, it's Hope, and then
yeah,
and I'm just like, what does that mean? Because I keep forgetting Hope as a character.
Yeah, you think it's the word.
Yeah, I'm just like, Hope. Like, I don't know.
What are we hoping for?
I was thinking, like, maybe Hope stand for, like,
yeah, it's like an organization,
like an
SHIELD
organization. Yeah, but no, it was like, I was like, damn, I think that's a very underrated episode, and I think that's better.
It's so good.
Ultron one is the best. Like, and then
it's good. It's better than that episode.
Okay, well, rank all of them. What would be your first one?
Zombies, definitely.
Mine would be Ultron's origin. How about your second one?
My second one would be Ultron, the first Ultron episode, like, where it's him taking over.
So my second one would be Zombies.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah,
we got the same 1 and 2, just swapped. That's good.
3,
probably the Apocalypse one.
The Apocalypse one,
like, where it's just Black Widow and Hawkeye, and they find Zola on the computer.
Oh, that's the Ultron one.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah, because because that's when all the, like, Ultron takes over, and then the only humans.
I thought there were 3 separate episodes, because I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was that one, and then the Ultron episode, and then the last one where they all fight Ultron.
No.
Oh.
That one's a part of the Ultron episode, the first one.
Well, yeah, that's definitely the second one then.
And then, because he talks about, like, the Watchers, like, if Ultron, like, has that power in the universe, like, the multiverse would be down, and he's like, but there's one hope, and then it's Natasha and Hawkeye still alive, and they're, like, looking through, like, the files, and then they get attacked. That's still in that same episode as the Watcher and Ultron, fighting each other, and then the multiverse, the Guardians of the Multiverse, Black Widow's still in there because she's still on that Earth, so they're like still the same one. Yeah. So would you change your ranking?
No.
No.
The Zombies is still the best. I don't care what anyone says.
So what would the third one be?
The last episode.
Last episode. Third one would be the Hank episode.
My fourth one would be the Hank episode.
And then my fourth one would be the last episode.
And my fifth one would be Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But that's how good What If is. Like, the fifth episode, the fifth best episode is Doctor Strange.
I'm not saying the fifth one is bad, because the fifth one for me, I think, would probably have to be that one too.
Yeah.
But that one's still incredible.
Like,
it's
there's
awesome.
literally just the Party Thor episode is probably the worst one.
Yeah.
And the Captain Carter one is not super interesting.
Those
They're
ones,
only 2 episodes.
Those two are the ones that I would rank like the last.
Yeah.
Party Thor being the worst one because I feel like as a what if episode, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because all the other ones are literally what if Captain Carter and all that sort of stuff. Party Thor, like, what if Loki wasn't Thor's brother? It's just like, that's stupid. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Like, I mean, it would have been cool because then you could see arrogant Thor and then Loki as a frost giant. But you can't. You're not convincing me that Thor would just become a party animal and he becomes a party god. Because no, that's not what will happen. He would be arrogant, but he won't be a party god.
No, he'd be like murdering people.
He wouldn't be murdering people, but he'll be cocky. I think in fights and stuff, he would just
he'd just get himself into fights.
Yeah, basically.
He wouldn't just be on Earth hanging out and drinking.
Yeah, because he doesn't love. He wouldn't. I don't think he would love anyone.
Yeah, no.
He'll be into hookers and stuff.
Yeah, he'd be too like self-obsessed to love someone.
Yeah, exactly. So him pretending a party animal, that's stupid. Captain Carter is just. I think it's a good episode.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bit slow.
It's slow.
And it's
but then the thing is, though, the issue is, like, you compare it to every other episode, it's just so much better. But that episode is still good.
Yeah.
Like number 5.
In any other, like, show, that'd be, like, one of the best episodes, Captain Carter.
Yeah.
Because What If is so good, it, like, falls down the ranks.
Yeah. It's hard. Because our 5th one is... You said Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That one's my 5th one. That one is still a great episode. Like, if someone said, oh, that's the best one, I'd still be like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like, it's fair enough.
Let's think, if anyone, like, sort of shifts the order, like, no matter what order it is, as long as Party Thor and Captain Carter are at the back...
Yeah, you can't really argue with them.
You can't argue with any of it.
Like,
if they say Party Thor was at the front...
They're mental. They're the same people that like She-Hulk.
Yeah, they're the same people that like She-Hulk. Those two, as long as those two are at the back somewhere, I don't care what order they are in. I mean, I hope Party Thor's at the very, very end because it's the worst one.
Yeah.
But if Captain Carter was the worst one or whatever, as long as those two are at the end, your order from the other ones just do not matter.
Yeah.
Because
they're also good.
They're too good. Though there was the Gamora episode that was cut.
Yeah.
Well,
they still had the What If T'Challa the Star-Lord and Gamora's in that one.
Yeah, but that episode was meant to come out with still with What If. That was you know how it's Gamora with the Thanos gear and then Iron Man and like the Sakaar armor.
Yeah.
Because there was a Lego set of that. There's Funkos of that you have. I still wish that episode came out because I still want to watch it.
Yeah.
But like they go like, oh, COVID-19. It's like, yeah, but I don't like that excuse.
No, delay it then.
You should have just delayed it. I mean, like, sure, would it add anything to What If? No, but you can't have Gamora in your last episode because it's all of them coming together.
Yeah, you can't have like these
because that was random. Like when I remember
supposed
watching
to be established.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching it, I'm like, you're established. Why is Gamora?
Who are you?
Like what? And then it's like I like the part where it's like they're in the like Gamora literally had Thanos' armor and like did Gamora kill Thanos?
Yeah, maybe like you skipped an episode.
And then why was Iron Man in like this like looks like Sakaar stuff? Like were they both in Sakaar or were they like was Gamora somewhere else? Was Iron Man like it just didn't make sense? Like,
like if they weren't going to include the episode, they should have removed them from that sequence.
Yeah,
because.
Or just like just delay. I don't get how did the last 2 episodes get finished before that episode?
I mean, they probably
like I don't get that.
Like they wouldn't. I don't think they would have animated them in the same order that they were released in.
I get that, but like
especially with like because they have like voice actors that cross over in different episodes, so it'd be based on like their availability.
But like, why is the last episode that has all of the characters in it like released before Gamora's one? They should just delayed it because realistically, if they delayed it, not many people were too excited about it anyway. Yeah,
people were happy to wait.
It's not like people would have been like outraged, but I think more people are outraged about it because it's like Gamora was just in it. Like what's your story? What's your like who are you? Like basically, so it didn't make sense. I forgot about T'Challa, Star-Lord. What do you think about that episode?
It's a good episode, but again, it sort of just falls down the rankings because
I think it does
it's not super like special.
I get people say it's special because it's Chadwick Boseman's last.
Yeah.
I think it was his last project, especially in the MCU.
Yeah, it was his last time playing T'Challa.
Yeah, and like I get like, but like not to be a dick, but. That's not a reason to
that doesn't impact the actual quality of the episode.
Yeah, like I get like people go like, oh, it's the most sentimental and stuff like that. Like, but like, it still doesn't mean it's a good.
No, like we're just ranking it based purely on what's in the episode.
Yeah.
So you can't like let that.
See, I think that one will be. I think that one should be at the bottom with Thor and Captain Carter.
I think it's above those two, but like
it's above those two, but it's the third last. It's. I don't know. I mean, it's alright, I guess. Like, T'Challa basically is just a friendly guy and is friends with everyone.
Yeah,
like, it's literally the power of friendship. Yeah. That's the whole like.
It was more fun seeing Thanos being a Ravager. Like that was fun.
Yeah. And seeing the like the Collector as the big bad of the universe. Yes.
Which makes sense, but like, because his goal is to collect stuff that includes Infinity Stones.
I do like how like when it comes to the fight, he has Hela's like mask thing.
Yeah,
has Cap's shield.
Like there's so many little like shout outs.
Yeah, and it's just funny. It's just like it's like damn. So I guess he killed all of them. Like
he paid a lot of money.
He paid a lot of. I don't know if what did he pay the goddess of hell?
Yeah, I know.
Souls.
I don't think Captain America's selling his shield either.
Yeah, like he definitely murdered those guys. He like just tore that off Hela's head, tore it off from fucking Captain's arms, and But that was just fun. That was fun to see just all the gimmicks and stuff he had. It was a fun episode. Definitely not the best one though.
Yeah.
Season 2. I hope they do some crazy stuff. I hope we don't see. I mean, I know you would want to see it. Zombies What If again. It would be fun, but because they've already done it, I feel like it would be a waste of an episode if they do it again.
I get what you mean.
Like, you shouldn't do it again.
The only reason to do it again is if you really like dramatically changed it.
But how do you
exactly?
But how do you do that? Literally, all the Avengers are zombies. Yeah. Like, do you make the other half of the Avengers? What other half of the Avengers? there's literally like Vision, T'Challa, Spider-Man, Hulk, and that's about. They're the ones who survive anyway.
I feel like it was like that episode was done so well that there wouldn't really be a point in doing that storyline again, because
I think if they tried it again,
it wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, if they tried it again, they would failed it.
Yeah,
like they do a lot with everything else.
Everything
else. But yeah, like I think What If as a whole, what would you rate What If as a whole?
8. 8.5.
Yeah, I'm off an 8 on 8.5.
Yeah, it's so good.
I think the two last episodes definitely drag it down a lot.
Yeah.
And then the T'Challa one, like it's good, but it's not. It's good, but it's not bad. Like if you get what I mean. Like
it's not. It doesn't feel super like important.
That's why I don't want to give it. I think I'll give it an 8. So if I feel like if I gave it an 8.5, then that one would be like a good episode, but it's bad, but also good.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'd give the series as a whole as an 8, which is probably the highest ranking I'm going to give any of the Marvel shows.
Definitely the best show, my favorite by far.
And then what other ones are there after that?
I don't even know. Loki.
First season. Loki, I'll give it a 7.5 for a 2. I'm not as big of a fan. I know a lot of people love Loki, but I'm not a big fan of it. It didn't click for me. I don't like when people go like, "Oh, it's amazing." Which part of it is amazing though? That's what I don't get. Which part of it was actually good?
It's like I like it. I think it's good, but I definitely think it could have been better than what it was.
Do you think is it overrated, or underrated, correctly rated? Like
I think it's
because I think it's overrated. I just don't understand like what makes it excellent. Like,
yeah, I think maybe a slightly overrated.
Like the story, I mean, I don't get.
There's nothing bad about the show.
There's nothing bad, but there's just.
But Loki was such a beloved character, and like people were so excited when they found out that he was going to come back in something, and that he wasn't just dead for good.
Do you reckon that's why people liked it?
Well, I think because people were so hyped, that's why it isn't as good as it could have been, because like people were expecting so much from it, and that includes me.
Yeah,
like he was.
But even then, people's
favorite character coming back.
But people will still think it's still like the best thing ever. But it's not though. It's like it's okay. Like, should it get a season 2? I think after like the last episode, they sort of set it up for a season 2 anyway.
It kind of had to have a season 2.
It kind of had to, but like if they didn't set it up like that, I think Loki shouldn't deserve a season 2 because it's just not good enough for a season 2.
I don't mind it as a way of like expanding Kang's character because like Kang's introduction in the first season was pretty good.
Yeah, but Kang
in Ant-Man was so terrible. I feel like it's almost better if they stick him in the shows instead.
Yeah, they needed that. But like I still just don't. I think season 2 for Loki, like I'm still going to watch it, but like I don't think I'm going to cream myself over.
No.
I don't think I'm going to be as excited as everyone else is. Just like Loki. Like, yeah, he's a great character and all, but he's just... I think he should have stayed dead. Because he had such a good ending. Like, this is what it's annoying about a lot of, like, shows. When beloved characters die, but then they come back. But, like, it's all the characters that... Their deaths are good. Like, their deaths were, like... Can you imagine if Iron Man comes back? Like... Don't do it, Marvel, please.
It could happen.
Please. Because if they do that, then it's like everything in Endgame, his emotional death, means less now.
It's just
Loki's emotional death in Infinity War means so much less to me now because he's back.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
Like that Loki is dead.
Oh, but that Loki's dead, and fuck, I don't care. I don't care what year it's from. I don't care if it's a past Loki, present. It does not matter. Loki is a character. He's dead. Yeah. He should have stayed dead. If you didn't want him dead, then
you shouldn't have killed him off.
You shouldn't have killed him off.
Even if it's a character that you want to come back, like you're happy that they're still around,
doesn't mean
it makes their death feel unimportant.
It's cheap. It's not their death's now
like,
cheap.
If it's a good character that you were planning on bringing back, just don't kill them off to begin with.
I think Gamora is the same thing. Bringing her back to life.
I can sort of understand that one more, just because it was the Russo brothers killed her off, but James Gunn still had future plans for her, and it was like it's a James Gunn character.
I get that, but like Marvel directors should have talked to each other beforehand, or like I think James Gunn should have. But this is the thing, though. It's not James Gunn didn't bring him back to life. Yeah, it was the Russo brothers again that brought them back to life.
Yeah,
so it's not his fault. It's their fault. They killed off the character. It was emotional death. Like the whole she's like screaming. She's like no, and then just tossed her off the edge. It wasn't a glorious death. It doesn't need to be a glorious death. She still died, and it still hurt a lot. And it's more her death was like a disrespectful death, and it just means Marvel's growing up. It's not like she died saving someone. She died just because Thanos wanted a soul fucking stone, and that's what made her death so good. But then they brought her back, and it's just like, what the hell? Can you imagine they do it with Black Widow? Like they bring her back, and that's why her movie was bad, because it's like she's already
been killed.
She's already been killed. Yeah. Why is there a show about her, like a movie about her now? Like it makes no sense.
It makes a problem when they decide to kill a character off, you're skeptical because you feel like they're probably going to bring them back at some point.
Yeah.
So you almost don't even let yourself believe that they're dead, or feel sad at their death scene, because you're like, well,
it's sad at the moment. It's sad at the moment, and then when the next movie comes out and they're back alive, you think about that movie and go like,
yeah, like when they kill a character now, the fan base almost expects them to come back.
But
with Captain America and Iron Man, people are still wanting them to return in some way.
That's the thing, though.
Even though they're definitively dead.
I get it's your favorite character, but you gotta drop him sometimes.
Yeah.
You You have to drop. Like, I think it's the fan base that needs to grow up a bit. I get it's your favorite character of all time, but let them die.
Yeah.
Keep them dead, because I don't know, like, if it's just because like this is the thing. Iron Man's my favorite character. I love him. I love him to bottom of my heart. He's like, when I watched the MCU, I was more excited about all the Iron Man movies, just Iron Man being there.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, he's there. Now that he's dead, would I like him back? No. His death, his arc is done.
Yeah.
He was done so well, his arc is done.
It feels like Marvel kills off characters for like almost a cheap reaction now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they know that that'll get the audience, like, it'll impact the audience and it'll make them sadder. But they never plan on keeping them dead anymore. It's like they always intended on them coming back.
And I feel like the state that Marvel's going now, they want them back more than ever.
Yeah, they almost need them back.
They almost need them back, which is sad.
Yeah, like they should have, if...
I swear to God, if they bring it...
I mean, obviously they can't see the future, but like... you shouldn't kill off Iron Man and Captain America and then make Phase 4 like you did.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't wait until you've killed the best characters to try and introduce a new batch of characters.
Yeah.
You should introduce them while you've still got strong characters to rely on, and then kill the strong characters.
Or just make the characters more likable. It's as simple as, maybe if you started with the characters being likable, maybe you won't have the issue of like, maybe we should bring back such and such and such.
I'm sorry, are you saying She-Hulk's not likable? Because that's just blasphemy coming from your mouth. If she's not your favourite character, there's something wrong with you.
She is so bad. She is so bad.
She's great. She's so great.
See, I think Ant-Man should have died in Kang.
Yeah.
Or Wasp at least.
Someone had to die.
Someone should have died. And then Cassie Lang will be... her character will be so much more interesting because it'll be like a revenge plot.
Yeah.
A revenge story.
Yeah.
Have we had that before? Sure. But like a main character in the Avengers, like, it would just be so much better. Because think about like... And like... It's Kang! He gets confused with Thor and Ant-Man!
There's no way he should lose to Ant-Man and his daughter and Wasp and some ants.
Apparently, originally, like, I think one of them was going to die. Like, Kang was going to win.
People were certain that, like, if not Ant-Man, someone had to die.
Someone.
Not Kang.
Even if it was
Hank.
Hank.
I thought Kang was going to die.
Even if it was Hank.
Yeah.
Even if Hank died.
Anyone could have died.
Like, as long... Like, there's four main characters.
Yeah.
You needed to kill off one of them. I get if you didn't want to kill Paul Rudd because he's loved.
Yeah.
Fine. Hope is not as loved as everyone.
You could have killed her.
You could have killed her.
You could have killed Hank. You could have killed Janet.
Yeah. You could have killed anyone. You can't. The only person you couldn't kill
was Kang, and you did it.
Kang and
now they're going to bring him back, and his death feels cheap.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, but he went into the battery, and then he's going to learn how to do like time manipulation, and like that's what I hear. Is like this is the weakest version of Kang, and now when he's in this thing, he's going to learn time, and like he's going to be so much more powerful. Then why did you say that
he'd already killed Thor? Like he was pretty powerful to begin with, and you just had ants walk over him.
But then why have a post-credit scene of the other Kangs going, this was the strongest Kang, and we couldn't defeat him, so we imprisoned him instead?
Like, every other Kang couldn't defeat this one Kang, but Ant-Man could. How have any of the other Kangs meant to be a threat now?
And like, I don't know if they're going to make the other Kangs the main villains, but it doesn't matter. Just throw some ants at them, and they would lose.
Yeah, that's Kang's biggest weakness.
If I see Egyptian like Kang rip out Hulk's heart, I'm walking out of the cinema. I don't care. If you're telling me, if I see one of those goddamn Kangs, the ones that just said that Kang that lost to ants was the most powerful
one,
and if I see one of them, I swear to God, if I see one of them actually hurts Thor, especially Thor right now because he's broken as hell.
Yeah, I'm
done. I'm quitting. I quit.
You'll never quit.
DC all the way. Dude, oh God. What if Kang didn't lose to ants? there's another What If episode.
What if Kang was competent?
Here's this. What if Kang won against Ant-Man? Boom.
That shouldn't even need to be a what if. That should have just happened.
That shouldn't have been a what if, but because it didn't happen, it's now going to be a what if. Because screw them. Quantumania is so bad, and it's still bad.
Yeah.
If people say, oh, it was okay. No, all the characters were unlikable. Ants being super smart to defeat Kang was so dumb. No one dying was so stupid.
They all went up against Kang. How could none of them die?
You know what his title is? Kang the Conqueror.
What's he conquering? Nothing. He
got conquered by ants.
Kang the Conquered.
Kang the Conquered.
That's his new name.
They should have just renamed the ants Ants the Conquerors.
Yeah, the ants are the fucking conquerors of the MCU.
Jesus Christ. So bad. What if Kang won? What if? What if Quantumania was good? What if, man?
What if Kang and Thanos teamed up?
What if Thanos... You know, what if Loki got the Infinity Stones?
What would he have done with them? Because that's the thing, like, not every... Like, you're used to Thanos just, like, snapping half of life. But you can do anything you want with the Infinity Stones.
You can do anything.
Like, you can kill everyone, you can kill one person.
We've seen what Ultron did.
Exactly.
Ultron didn't snap. He went to planet to blow everything up.
He just went mental.
Yeah. And that's why What If Ultron 1 was such a good episode. Because, I mean, I get when people are like, oh, well, Vision just one-shotted Thanos in the What If episode. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though, because guess what? It was still dope.
Yeah.
He cuts Thanos in half, gets the Infinity Stones, and then that's the thing though, if other characters, like, if they just do what if other characters had the Infinity Gauntlet, every character would have done something different.
They could do a whole season on just, like, what if 9 different characters had the Infinity Stones.
What if Iron Man had the Infinity Stones, instead of snapping Thanos away and stuff?
Yeah. What if he just made, like, a really cool Iron Man suit with, like, powered by Infinity Stones?
Yeah. What if he, like... he becomes a dictator.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the comic book where Iron Man is a villain. It's called Superior Iron Man. It's like a whole thing. But like something like a what if version of that, but just change it a bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, what if Captain America had the Infinity Stones? Do you think he would get corrupted with all the power? I think he would do is bring back people he loved.
Yeah.
Say if it was like Bucky died and that sort of stuff, he would bring back all of those people.
Yeah.
And then who knows what he would do? Maybe he would just go like who knows what he would do? What if Ant-Man had the Infinity Stones? He would do something stupid, and that would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think at first he would just make everything as a joke.
Yeah.
But then, like, later on,
he'd give, like, the ants, like, Infinity Stones to carry around and use or something.
What if Kang gets Infinity Stones?
Yeah.
The Master of Time in the Multiverse, like, what if he had Infinity Stones? What?
Like, he needs more power, apparently.
He needs power. He got destroyed by ants. What if Thor had the Infinity Stones?
I've decided that Quantumania is not canon to me. I'm just not treating it as canon anymore. It didn't happen.
No, it did happen.
Nah, it's not real.
Actually, if you look at the timeline...
timeline? I don't see a timeline. Loki broke the timeline. I don't see a timeline.
What if She-Hulk had the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, Jesus.
She would come into real world and
she still wouldn't be interesting.
She still wouldn't be interesting. But, like, you can just do something. What if Doctor Strange had the Infinity Stone? Like, Infinity Stones would just be great. Just a great what if.
Yeah.
This is why What If is still good, though.
I know.
And this is why Season 2 is so exciting. And I hope that, like, when we get a trailer, it only shows off, like, 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't want them to give away everything.
But, like, because I was going to say, like, maybe they shouldn't do a trailer, but, like, you kind of have to do a trailer.
Yeah.
Because no one... What If was already, like, no one really knew if they liked it. And people say it's still not good, which they're wrong. But, like, they should have a trailer of, like, maybe the first 2-3 episodes, but have more episodes in this season. Because this season, in season 1 we only had 9, I think.
I think it was 9.
Because 10th one was going to be Gamora, but then they never released it.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I think they should have more than just 10. Or they should have like 15.
But it's so exciting because there's so many like popular like fan ideas that it's like it's exciting to see if they'll do any of them, and if not, it's exciting to see what they've come up with instead.
Yeah, but again, that's why like earlier in the pod, that's all when we were saying they should just do a poll or something, like just have an open communication discussion of what episodes you can do.
Yeah,
like it's get in touch with your community. It just be there's only positives.
I know it can't go bad.
It cannot.
And if everyone comes up with terrible ideas, then just pretend that one was like a fan idea. Like who cares?
But like the thing is though, like
you could pay a fan like $100 to write in an idea and then just say you chose that one.
Yeah, but like it's only positives. There's no negatives in getting fans ideas.
Yeah, like fan involvement is always a good thing. Yeah. It's never going to be bad.
It's healthy. It's for a healthy community. Right now, the community is very unhealthy.
Broken.
Almost broken.
Gone.
Well, I wouldn't say gone because they're still making Marvel movies.
But should they be? No.
I mean, can you imagine if they stop?
Yeah, I couldn't live with them. I can't live with them. I couldn't live without them.
I mean, I could live without Echo, but, you know, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, we could all live without Echo.
What if Echo was a good character?
It's fake.
Yeah, fake.
It couldn't happen.
Not even What If Season 2 could fix it.
No.
What if Echo had eyes? What if Echo could speak? Because she can't... She can't talk, she can't hear. God. I don't know what she is, man. What if she could hear?
I don't know how much would change.
Probably nothing. There'll be none of...
I don't want to watch 6 episodes of sign language.
Is it 6? I thought it was more.
I thought it was 6.
It would be like 10.
Yeah, they do that to us. Every show.
She-Hulk was like 10. Yeah. was She-Hulk 11?
I don't know.
It was like...
One was too many. One was too many episodes for She-Hulk.
Oh, but I don't get why is that the only one that was like 10 episodes long.
I know they wanted like to extend our suffering even more than regular.
Something that needed 10 episodes would have been like Invasion, or like maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
like that.
Anything would have been better than She-Hulk for 10 episodes. Like it's the worst show.
I mean,
any of them would have been a better option.
Yeah, if you gave What If an extra 10 episodes, 20 episodes in What If.
That's not a bad thing.
That's a lot of what ifs.
That's a lot of what.
That's a lot of potential.
It's a lot of good what ifs.
That's
a lot of good Funkos they can make.
It's all about the Funkos.
I'm so excited for the What If Season 2 Funkos. They're gonna be so.
That'll be great.
They're gonna be so good.
Well, should we end the pod here?
Yeah, we might as well.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace out, guys. Make sure you keep following, keep listening. Follow all our socials, please and thank you. That would be greatly appreciated. We need all the support we can get. And honestly, I know everyone says it, and they probably don't mean it, but we really mean it. Leave comments, please. We beg of you. We want to hear what you guys think. We want to hear your ideas. We want your feedback. We want your support and your hate. We want all of it. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace out.